What's going on, guys? How are you doing? Today's video, I wanted to go and talk about a couple things. One being a pretty fun counter, I guess you'd say, to counter a new Luke, the new GL Luke. And this is a 3v5 countering a Luke, which is kind of crazy. And we'll go see that. We'll go show you guys that here in a little bit. But also, I want to talk and mention briefly about our new manager for the CG team, the dev, or whatever the dev team is. I forget, whatever you want to call it. I don't know that too much, but this is the guy's name. He is called SWGoH. He is pretty new to all this stuff, or to rather this game in general. But he actually, this is a pretty cool thing. So somebody named Scribe Gaming did a video recently about some of the interactions between the new Luke, and also the new Emperor. And this guy looked at the video, and he took some he did some insights here. He did some digging. He looked at it pretty hardcore. It's all the way down here. So if you guys are interested at all, I mean, I'm not going to go super in depth on this, but just the fact alone that we already have a new dev here who has been super communicative to us and with us is such a positive thing for this whole community. We'll have to see how long this whole thing will last. I don't know how long this will last. But the fact alone that this is what's happening with some new interaction with the community, this is amazing. So I just want to give you guys a brief rundown of this. So there was some interaction, I think, happening, not working as intended in the video, but then he kind of tracked it down. He did some more feedback on it all. Look at all of this text, guys. He must have spent hours just looking at this and typing this all up, because this is some fantastic work. So I think this is something worth mentioning and noting. Hopefully we get some more of this kind of communication with this person, or maybe just CG in general in the future. We'll have to see if this lasts long or not. But this is some great stuff. Just some interactions between the GLs, how they work. I think this was just I guess in general talking about Luke's protection. I guess I don't know. I'm not gonna talk about it too much, but that's that. The communication is awesome so far. So now, my next part of the video I want to go talk about is with the new counter. Is it new? I don't think it's new, but it's a counter now from DC07. This is the first time I've seen this. It's a 3v5 to counter a JML, a Jedi Master Luke. And all you're using here is Darth Revan, Bastila Shan Fallen, and Wat Tambor. So you can see, we'll go over the mods pretty quick here. You can see in the description of the video. The DR is Relic 4 with 339 speed. The Wat is 342 speed at Relic 5. The BSF is at Relic 3 with kind of slow speed, 279, a tenacity set, some more tenacity, and a little bit more potency as well. So that's that. And now I'll go show you this. So this is a pretty fun one. This will probably get nerfed. They'll probably, they got to change, I feel like, Luke in general. He is just one of those GLs that I feel like is a good one. He has a lot of potential, I feel like, both offensively and defensively, but right now, I think he needs a lot more love on the defensive side of things with how the AI works. But even then, I still think there's going to be some needing of help with his whole kit in general, because there's just something off. I think the biggest thing is the Jedi lessons and how that's distributed and how that kind of functions and how that interacts with the Jedi and how that just kind of makes the whole team run and work. And I think that's probably the biggest thing so far with the whole kit here. So in general, we'll probably show this a couple times for this counter, but what you want to do here is give the weapon tech out to Darth Revan. Both him and BSF cannot get ability blocked or stunned. So you don't have to worry about any stuns from the Luke or ability blocks from really anybody else here who can apply them. From, I think that's JML on his AoE. So pretty much what you get here is like nearly a first turn AoE fear. And the nice thing here is, while the Luke is taunting, because he does taunt a lot while he's in leadership, you can get like constant fears off, and it's crazy to see. He's already in the below half health, so you get some death mark going. And there goes JKR, no savior, no more Luke. And now it's like the easiest one ever. So we're going to go more in depth on this counter if you guys want to try it out yourselves. I would say the biggest thing here with modding him is you got to mod him to be kind of tanky, at least for the Darth Revan, because you can see here, you're going to be taking some hits that are upwards of 80k. So you want to make sure your Darth Revan does not die to one of those hits. Also, something worth mentioning is do not attack these Jedi while they have Jedi's will, or else they will counterattack you and you can just die. So you want to make sure you kind of are playing responsibly there. You don't want to lose anybody. And yeah, I mean, you get all the way down to just these two and you make a wrong misplay. You don't want to lose, right? You're all the way down here. You want to make sure you're playing it right. So just keep in mind the Jedi's will from Luke and how that kind of works with your Sith Empire. You want to kind of play around that safer. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one, guys. We'll go, like I said, we'll go back and rewatch it again. But it's just so silly. It's like Darth Revan with how his AoE fear works, because while you do use AoE fear on the target in the leadership, it affects everybody, right? It's like, it's so funny that it works so great against the Luke. So we'll watch this one more time. So, like I said, you want to give the weapon takeout to Darth Revan first. The AoE doesn't happen really. It doesn't really affect the Empire guys because of BSF Zeta with the Foresight, so you get to dodge that. But then this one after the AoE stun, it kind of helps them more than it hurts them. Yeah, they can get critically hit from the vulnerable, but you get more ferocities going for your guys. So it's kind of funny, actually. You can see all the text here in the left side of the screen. If you guys want to really know the strat, I don't really want to go into it too much because it might get nerfed here soon. But I think it's a very, very fun and cool counter. But definitely something that I would kind of consider for the CG to change. Hopefully it's not anything to do with the Sith Empire or what. Maybe, and hopefully it's really just about Luke and his leadership, or really just him in general and how he kind of functions with the Jedi. So hopefully that's what's going to be changed here shortly. Also, we have the Emperor, who can be soloed from a Kylo. A lot of just weird and fun things happening right now to counter these new GLs. So I don't know how they're going to go about these. I don't know if they're going to change them, if they're going to tweak them at all, or do anything with them at all. But I do feel like for Luke, out of the two, I feel like he needs more adjustments. But I do feel like both do need adjustments in general. I do feel like that's something that's going to be needed. So one thing, you want to kind of save your shock, your AoE fear, or rather your AoE shock on BSF to kill JK right there, so you don't have to worry about the savior. That's one thing that this person noted. But yeah, after that, you kill both JKR and JML. It's just going to be gas here with the JKL. You want to make sure you don't hit any of these guys while they have Jedi's Will, and you're going to be just golden. So make sure you guys do that if you guys want to use this counter. Again, you could probably do this with a full-on team here. You don't have to use a 3-man if you don't want to. If you want to use like a Malik to tank up some more hits if you're scared of the Jedi's Will, probably can do that as well. But yeah, this is a very, very interesting and fun counter if you guys want to use it yourself. Personally, I would rather, if I had a Luke, I would set a JKR leadership or perhaps a Bastila one instead. But it's like so funny. You can either do that, you can set a JKR and use a JKR leadership, or you can use a JML leadership. And there's going to be easy counters to both of them, because at the moment, you can use CLS to counter those tenacity-based leaderships with Bastila Shan and also JKR. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword with what you want to set on defense, if any at all. I feel like right now, I would rather use JML on the offensive to counter a Kylo, maybe a Rey, not use them on defense because there's so many counters to them already on defense. So I probably wouldn't do that at the moment. But there you guys go. Just some more counters here. I think it's kind of interesting to show. But yeah, that's it. I do want to show you and go more in-depthly on to the CLS counter to the JML teams, and perhaps even more on the Emperor. So guys, feel free to, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a like, share it around, and sub to the channel if you guys are new here. I do want to, like I said, just go over some more of those counters in the future with CLS and the Rebels with Chupio. Besides that, though, we have a Discord, we got a Patreon, and we also have channel memberships. Go check them out all down below in the description of the video. That's it for today, guys. Just some counters and some more talk about the community manager. So thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, I will see you all later. Peace out and have a good one.